Game resumed.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this great best of three series between, or I'm not gonna say who yet, but from the Monday Night Starboard number 11. And with me today, casting is the Red Bandit. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
How red have you been today?
Extremely red. The deepest red you can think of.
So it's basically more red than Bandit.
Yes, like
So,
a rose.
so soon you're just the red.
Yeah.
Mm. Hopefully the Bandit stays in there. So in the bottom left corner on Texas, playing as the Red Terran, it is MorroW from Team Prop at this point, it seems.
Yep. And in the upper right-hand corner, we have the yellow Zerg. His name is Mamuri. I don't know if I'm saying that right. He is from South Korea, so it could have a fancy way of saying it that I don't know how to.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly. He's from Team Dust. I've actually spoken to his manager a little bit. I have him on Skype actually, so he's a pretty nice guy. And they both seem to enjoy Starbow like quite a bit, so it's pretty awesome. Um, so this is really exciting because both of these players are actually StarCraft 2 programmers, and like when we have these Starbow tournaments, once in a while we see maybe one programmer get in there and try and nab that money and play some Starbow and have some fun. But having two of them meet each other, and they met each other like round of 8 or something, like really early in this tournament as well.
Yeah,
So
this is not the finals. This is I think it was the round of 8 that they met each other. So
now the red
one of these men are going to be knocked out from this series, sadly enough. So it will be a clash of the Titans here.
one of them will eventually move on to face you in the finals.
That's true. I mean, yeah, we are casting this after the fact. So I did have the pleasure of facing one of these fine gentlemen in the finals, and it was a good series.
Indeed, it was. So we're gonna have Mamuri. Now you do play Zerg quite a bit. You don't play that
Yep.
much Terran. So I'm excited to hear some very in-depth analysis of what the Zerg is doing at some
Yeah.
point.
Well, essentially, I mean, the opening's pretty standard here from the Zerg. He did go 12 hatch, and then he is following it up with Extractor. MorroW did do something which could be considered a little ballsy, little bold. He did end up throwing his command center down before his SCV got to the Zerg base. So if the Zerg did opt for like something crazy like a 7 pool, he might have been in a little bit of trouble. But as of right now, he's in a pretty good spot. The first person who's probably going to have to make a move, whether it be through making early attacking units or possibly taking a faster third, will be Mamuri, because now that the Terran player has said, all right, you know what, you're going to take an expansion, I'm going to take an expansion, now the ball's kind of in the Zerg's court to do something next.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's gonna have soon a very nice influx of bio units. It's kind of funny. I was reading the Twitch here. Some guy saying that my voice is clear now. Is usually bad, like I'm having a cold. And the sad fact is I'm actually having a cold right now. So that's really weird. Maybe it's like a reverse thing there. But my voice will probably get more and more interesting as the series goes on. This is a best of 3, so we'll cast 2 or 3 games depending on how the things are going.
Now, something interesting to know about Mamuri is I don't think during the tournament he made any queens at all.
That's true.
You can correct me if you think I'm wrong there, but I don't think I saw him make any. And real quick, he's actually, you see MorroW moving out with a little Bioforce. He's going to go ahead and check that third base just to make sure Zerg's not being too greedy. And he is actually going to move into the natural. He will see the spawn crawl. He's probably going to end up scooching back, which he will do. He'll lose the Marine, but he's
Oh,
not going to
Mamuri has a nice little surround set up here. Zergling's coming from both angles, and these Marines are just going to go down. And sadly, the Marines were not able to check this other third base. There's nothing there, but MorroW doesn't know if there is or not. So that is a little bit unfortunate.
MorroW definitely would have liked to at least know that the Zerg didn't expand down here either. But you think to yourself, yeah, the Terran did lose a bunch of units right there, essentially for free. But what he can kind of rest with the knowledge of knowing that the Zerg essentially made a lot of Zerglings. So those Zerglings all represent drones that never got born.
True. It's kind of like an abortion. I mean,
It is. It is. I mean, it's a weird way to look at it, but all of these Zerglings are essentially aborted drones, sadly enough.
yeah, I know there's very little rights for these poor drones, so we need some, Christian fundamentals to, fight for these drones that was never born. But anyway, we do
Morrow's
have
pro-choice.
We do have Mamuri with the spiral almost complete already, and now he's actually making 2 queens.
Oh wow, okay,
With a
that's really
very
nice.
interesting timing.
Yeah. Well, the Spire is going to complete here, and you'll notice that he has timed this out so that right as the Spire pops, he's going to have 3 larvae there to make Mutalisk with. Now you will see probably him going for a third after he gets some Mutalisks out here, and he does use the inject on the queen, so. It's not like he's unfamiliar with the macro mechanics, but I think he just likes to do the standard builds from Brood War for the first maybe few minutes of the game, and then kind of back it up with some Starbow spunk.
Yeah, and it's very interesting to see this already in the round of 8, because that means that because I think I remember seeing him play in other games and him really not making any queens.
Well,
That
hold that
means,
thought. We got some Terran Bio moving out, essentially slaughtering all these Zerglings.
and this is very important for MorroW to move out now, because he doesn't want the Mutalisk in his base, he wants them out on the map, so he can defend his base.
Yeah,
So we're gonna see how good Mutamicro is from Mamuri, and you know what? I just have to imagine him sitting with a huge grin, realizing that these Mutalisks behave a lot more like they did in Brood War than they do in current StarCraft 2, because these are actually quite fun to micro.
Now there is some more back and forth between the bio and the Mutalisk in the middle of the map. Something to note though is that the Zerg still has not taken a third. And he is going to be counterattacking. He's going to bypass.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's making
in the middle.
spines in his natural at the same time to make sure that MorroW's counterattack won't be too detrimental, and then he moves in with a Mutalisk, and he can he kills so many Marines here.
Essentially, what Mamuri is saying with this tactic is, hey, come at me, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack you, and we'll see who kind of comes out on top.
And look, right now Mamuri's looking really good. He's been killing a lot of SCVs, he's been killing a lot of Marines. The force of MorroW is just useless in the middle of the map right now, and they're almost good just going home trying to make sure that these Mutalisks don't attack at all. Ooh, almost finished missile turret there, but okay, there we go. He's gonna finish up.
All right, now MorroW is finally getting to the front of Mamuri's base, and he's gonna see that there's nothing he can do here. He's gonna totally back out. Looks like he's gonna go around trying to check the third once again. Mamuri is still only on 2 bases, so even though MorroW seems like he might be coming up a little bit short right now, he can take solace in the fact that it's still a 2-base versus 2-base game, and in that type of situation, the Terran can never be discounted from winning.
And even after losing all his Marines and Medics, he's still equal in supply with his opponent. So he's not that far behind actually, and he's using that incredible good overcharge to just churn out Marines and Medics.
And his +1 attack has finished, and he is sort of kind of pushing out here with his Marines. You know, he doesn't want to stay back in his base. If he feels like he can move out and do some damage, he's going to want to do that. Now, here the Mutalisks again, they're going to keep attacking the refinery over here. Now, picking this off is very troublesome for the Terran, because you want to eventually have that gas banked up to get some science spell stuff. But actually, if we look at MorroW's gas bank, it's actually quite large.
It is, and he has the fusion core just completed, and like you said, he's starting science vessels now, and he's getting irradiate. So this is going to be very important to dealing with these Mutalisks and dealing with really any other Zerg tech that he can throw out there, be it lurkers or defilers or whatnot. Oh man, look at Mamuri. He's so good at finding holes in MorroW's bases. Look at that. I love this use of Mutalisks. Like, at this point, I'd never move in with Mutalisks anymore. I just like use them for other things. But he's just finding little supply depots, anything he can pick up, being incredibly annoying.
And these players will continue to trade blows as MorroW actually moves across the map, and he probably will be able to get this third base down
if the pathfinding can get them there. Okay, there we go. They were just stuck it forever.
And the harvester count is MorroW is actually leaving.
No, he's checking. What?
Being a little indecisive with his army movement.
Oh, and he's gonna lose the science vessel. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
He did lose the science vessel. And if you'll notice, the worker counts are actually even right now. In a game like this, the Terran is going to want to be up probably at least 5, 10, maybe even 15 workers at this point. But and he's actually going to lose his command center as well if he doesn't watch it.
He though? I think he might just save it. And yeah, I really like his decision of moving back with those Marines now. They killed the base. They did a lot of work. They need to. Oh, they got Zerglings in the main base as well.
They radiate on the Mutalisk too. They do. All of them are actually in the orange or red. So if he does a direct engagement with these Mutalisks, they will end up dying quite quickly. But the sad part for MorroW is he is getting some good things on the map right now. but what he's trading for it is not advantageous for him at all. He is only mining from one base now. He only has one science vessels, and his mutalisks are still running rampant all over the
Wow, I
map.
can't believe the mutalisks were able to do that much damage, and so many of them still survived, and they're actually generating quite well as well. So this is insane, and we got lurkers out on the field now, and this is going to put more on the defensive for a long time because these lurkers can put on, like, usually you want to have a lot of science vessels and/or siege tanks to break a lurker contain, but
Mm.
MorroW doesn't really have those big numbers up yet,
He
like
does
he
have
wanted
two
to.
science vessels. We'll see if he can do a miraculous hold here. Now, Mamuri will go ahead and plant his forces right outside the base. He knows this is a perfectly sound thing for him to do right now because there are no siege tanks on the map. So he will bombard these front structures
Oh
down.
wow, he's
And
actually
then look for
killing
maybe moving in.
all the marines that was in his main base to defend to with just mutalisks. Yeah, and there we go, GG.
Oh, and MorroW knows that his chances for winning that game are probably nearing the 0%. So, well, good game.
Yeah.